All right. It is like 12:01, 12:02 as of recording this. God, the lighting is bad. There we go. There's some on my face. It's very dark. I was actually planning on making this later in the day. But I figured I'm up. Why not do it now? Especially since it is like the start of the day. I do not. Hey, there's a little bit better. I do not expect this video to typically get a lot of views. A lot of these videos I tend to post, especially concerning either rants or the topics that I'm about to cover now, or the topic that I am about to cover now. I usually get like at least a dozen views, and that's fine. I don't really care how well these videos do. I just like having them on my channel as kind of like a memorialize of it. So it's, always up there. And so today, it's going to be one of the birthday videos. And today is very, very... Oh, can I just rest this up here? Not really. I'll have to hold it down onto it and get myself into frame. I'm still working on it. I'm not a very good camera person as well as editing person. I think we know that because still no face cam. I'm still trying to figure that out. Eventually I will. Eventually, I promise, I swear. Because that's honestly the plan, is to try and add my face to get reactions, because I know a lot of people like seeing the reactions. Anyways, enough about my boring ass self. It is one of these birthday videos again. Today I wouldn't say it is very special. The word choice I was about to use is extra special, as opposed to like the other ones weren't, being that they were like of nieces and stuff like that. I mean, those are very special. But this one is of my very lovely and talented, for the the equipment that we are working with, very talented editor who goes by Auntie Dottie, which I think maybe be okay by her to use as I don't know, name reveal or whatnot. It is her birthday today. I hope traffic doesn't get picked up, but if it does, maybe it will. Just adds to the realism, why not? Anyways, it is her birthday today. And I know a lot of people may think like, a lot of YouTubers and their editors, it's a working relationship. We've been friends. We've known each other since, I want to say 7th grade. I feel like 7th grade we met each other. Because I'm pretty sure I remember meeting her during middle school. Because I remember meeting her when there was 2 buildings. And that was the only time there was ever 2 buildings, was back in middle school. And from there, it's had its ups, it's had its downs, as every friendship does. Especially when drama and outer relationships get into it, it gets a little bit messy. We never directly had a falling out. There was just a time where the blame of the distance was more on me than it was on her, because I was young, dumb, and kind of foolish to throw away one relationship, no matter the status, for the sake of another, or to distance myself from one for the sake of the other. And I don't know if I've ever apologized for that, but that is definitely something that I do regret doing, because, you know, she's always been kind to me. She's been good to me throughout the years, and I feel like that was definitely a failing that I had. Even if it was like a small amount of time or it was unnoticed, you know, I still dwell on that. I still feel like it's a failure on my end, and I definitely own up to that. The lighting's still not really good, but whatever. It's 12. Anyways, it is her birthday. And God, what can I really say? There aren't really many words I can say that are particularly good enough, in my opinion. I mean, you know, she's one of the few people who have actually stuck by me to this day. I don't have many who actually have. And that honestly means everything to me. Because I have seen friends who I thought were going to be in my life forever walk out or move away. I've seen friends who I thought were there to stay change into people that I didn't even no longer recognize. I think my arm's getting tired. And so the fact that she has stuck by me, and even through this weird thing where I barely leave my house, and I pretty much let my anxiety and social awkwardness kind of hold me captive in my house, she has still stuck by me. She has still offered to help with this crazy pipe dream that I have. This crazy idea that maybe I can actually make a difference. And again, that is something I could not be more grateful for. Anyways, we're back inside now. It's cold out there. I don't want the doggo to get sick. I don't typically want to get sick either. I lost my train of thought. But I can never be as grateful as I am to have her in my life. To know that she does have my back. And that she's actually someone that gives a crap about me. As weird as that sounds. Because I don't honestly feel like many people do. You know, I'm not the greatest looking person, and in society, we are judged by our outward perception, unfortunately. And a lot of people, either they see me as an ugly creep or a big ass brute. And yeah, I particularly get kind of almost like walk the other direction vibes, I guess. And it could be just because I am built like a tank or a monster. Even in school, I was left alone. And she was one of the few that really saw me as a human being, rather than this big guy dressed in black, because in my high school days especially, I always wore black. And come to think of it, a lot of people probably thought, if there was a vote to vote most likely to shoot up the school, I probably came to mind, because, I don't know. Honestly, I feel like I gave off that vibe myself. I don't know if that's a good thing. But yeah, you know, she saw and treated me as just another individual. And yeah, I'm just so grateful to have someone like her who is stuck by me, realizes that I have a copious amount of faults and accepts me for them, for better or worse. I'm grateful that she's helping me with this because honestly, I truly and firmly believe that without her help, and at this point it's pretty much like a partnership, and I feel like it's more of like a co-owned channel than anything else. Because honestly, I feel like the work is kind of, 50-50, or at the very, least 25-75. And this could just be the self-deprecating attitude that I have, but I feel like I'm the 25%. Even though it's the channel that I started and I was going to upload on regardless of help or not, she still puts in a massive ton of work. And sometimes she even approaches me herself and she's like, "Are we gonna do a video today?" Which is something that I can definitely be thankful for, to have someone who's excited, maybe motivated to get content out. It definitely is a good presence to have that keeps me going as well. And then there was that scare that happened a little bit back. And I know I'm not always, or I'm very rarely the most expressive person when it comes to like feelings and stuff. It was honestly very worrying and scary, and to think that I might lose someone really close to me. Even when she called me afterwards, when she had to go and, I'll just say, get the help that she needed during this incident, because there was, again, I'm not going to go into, it's not my business to tell anyway. But I know even then, I kind of felt like maybe I was very blank-faced when she called me about it. I feel maybe also, like, usually I'm just that my awkward ass didn't know how to respond. I don't know. I hope that it didn't come across like I didn't care, because, my fucking autistic ass and very emotionally messed up self has a hard time conveying their feelings and emotions and even sometimes thoughts. Like, it's honestly amazing that, because I mean, on a platform where a good part of it is conveying your emotions and your thoughts, and I'm sitting here saying that I'm not good at it. Like, I know it seems ridiculous to say, like, it's either A, what the fuck am I doing on this platform if I can't convey or B, the other answer is B, I'm bullshitting, which I'm not, honestly. I am very completely trash at conveying the way that I feel. the way that my thoughts, which is a struggle to overcome. And again, we're talking about me a lot, and I don't even really like talking about me. That's the sad thing. And yet I always seem to find a way, like maybe I'm subconsciously a narcissist. I'm a narcissist, and I hope not. But again, anyways, yeah, I really hope that it didn't feel like I didn't care or whatnot, because I know, again, I could just be staring blankly or what have you, and it seems like maybe I don't care. And I hope during that situation she did not feel that way, because again, it's the farthest thing from the truth. And especially now, I'm pretty sure I did. You know how I repeat myself a lot. But I again firmly believe I would not be this far. We would definitely not be this far along if I didn't have her help. If I didn't have her editing the videos, because again, I'm not, I'm honestly shit with technology. I'm shit at talking. And as funny as that is, because the platform is based around me talking and putting out content with games. Again, I realize how odd that sounds, but it's honestly the truth. I'm shit at talking, and I'm trying to improve on it. I'm trying to get better at it for the sake of one, the pipe dream, and two, to get more people that may be struggling with similar issues that I went through as a, adolescent, to pass on maybe the grand wisdom of euphoria. I don't think it's euphoria. I could be wrong. Anyways, yeah, I wouldn't be where I am without her help. And some of the stuff that is edited in are completely her original ideas, which is another reason why I think it's more of like a partnership at this stage, and it's more of like a co-owned channel is also another feeling that I feel, Did I mention it's like 12 a.m.? But yeah, it's another feeling that I feel, because again, some of this stuff is just her original ideas that she puts in, and like she doesn't just put it in and it's like, okay, it's there. She will put it in and ask me about it. Like, she'll have the edit done and the edit in, and she'll ask me about it, and she'll show it to me, and she's like, what do you think about it? And by that, it's like she put the work in. Now she's asking my opinion about it. And if I poo poo on it, I'm probably assuming that she would undo it and then put more work into it, which again is just amazing that I have someone who is that good and that talented and dedicated. Again, she's just a very special person with a rough life. But again, I'm not going to get into details, but a lot of people could also say, don't we all have a rough life? Like I know I had a pretty rough life. Still pretty rough life in my opinion, but she's also pretty rough life. Nervous laugh, sorry. And it always astonishes me to find people who are genuinely decent human beings, and then to find out the cruel joke of man, their life has been really hard, or man, their life has been shit. Because I will consider my life kind of shit, not gonna lie. But it always astonishes me that they're so good. And even though they've had a lot of hardships, they're still just so good. And that's what she is. She's had a very rough life, but she's still a very good person. She's still very kind. She's gone out of her way for me quite a few times. And again, she's put up, honestly, with a lot of bullshit of mine. More than I probably deserve. You know, again, with me just being like very, very, very introverted and barely leaving my house, like even going to the store, and the fact that she's still stuck around, you know, not many people would do that. And again, I'm just immensely grateful for that. Anyway, I don't know, this seemed. I feel like this video is giving off more depressive vibes than the original intent for the video. um, it's certainly very deep, that's for sure. All I know is I'm very grateful to have, a lot of people can look at it like they want a huge circle of friends. I would rather have, one of her than a million of fake friends. Because at the end of the day, that's what a lot of friends end up being. They end up being fake friends. They never end up truly staying around. And so, yeah, the small amount of people that I still have contact with, I would say that I'm very grateful and very lucky. And that I would rather have one of her than a million random fake friends who at the end of the day are just gonna not be there. So, at the risk of this being it's also been a fairly rough night. Again, not going to go into details. This is more on my end. Just involving too much, yeah, stuff. So maybe that's why if there's a really depressing vibe, I don't know, maybe I accidentally put some of that in there. I hope not, though. I hope it is decent because I'm trying to make this a very nice and important thing, and I'm pretty much having like a fucking biography or autobiography or both. But yeah, one of her over a million fake people, fake friends. And I do hope that you do have a decent birthday. My sleep schedule is still very bad. I got up at 4 yesterday morning. And yeah. Anyways, again, a very happy birthday to probably one of the most important people in my life today. Because again, I don't think I would have made it as far as I did, as far as we have, without you in my life, without your help, without advice. I mean, without your opinions or suggestions to videos. Because again, it's very much more of like a partnership than, hey, I need you to add this and this and this in the video. Because again, for the majority of it, it's free reign. I'll have some ideas of what to put in here and there. And then a lot of other times, it's her ideas that she runs by me. So, as much as I am like at the forefront and the face of like the channel, it does not go anywhere without the one that is working behind the scenes. And I genuinely hope that, number one, I don't take it for granted, and number two, I hope she knows that I don't take it for granted. Because I know at any moment, she could just decide, fuck it, this loser's on his own. And then I'd be back to square one, just uploading raw, uncut footage. Which, I mean, has like a small percentage probably of working. And maybe people could be like, wow, this person, raw, uncut, and he's a lot like, it's a lot more real. Or whatever. Maybe that's just a false hope that I have in case I do get left on my ass. I'm kidding. I know that you care, and I know that you wouldn't just completely leave me hanging, but at the same time, I do get that, especially even eventually though, you could be like, yeah, maybe I don't want to do this anymore, and so, I gotta not, but I am super, super, super grateful that I do currently have your help. And I'm very grateful and lucky that I have you in my life in general. Because as rare as I stop to think, about anything, a lot of the times I am just a man of, let's do this, and I'll chase it and chase it and chase it. And sometimes I don't think about anything else other than just one thing. But I am very, very lucky and grateful that I've had the fortunate thing of having you stick by me. And yeah, I don't really have much more I really think I can say. But I know that you are definitely always going to get the credit you deserve around here. Because again, without you behind the scenes, Blade Nighthound is just some loser uploading raw, maybe terribly edited at best, videos on the internet. Blade Nighthound is just some loon screaming into the aether, hoping that someone picks up, and I mean, don't get me wrong, we are still very much just throwing stuff and hoping it sticks. But we do have like 51 subscribers, especially since she started editing the videos. So it's like, I'm very aware that the success that we are having is attributed to the work that she puts in. It's not just me being like, hi, Like, I know, this Adonis face, as I said, I'm not the best looking earlier. But, like, I know, for a lot of the parts, because you don't see her, you don't hear her, and, so, it may seem a lot like it is just me. It's really not. Like I said, maybe it's the self-deprecation, but I feel like I'm the 25 and she's the 75. And at best, it's 50-50, which is, again, just super, super, super grateful. I might pass out today, tonight. Don't know when I'll wake up. I know I will wake up. Yeah, I know I will wake up. That's for sure. I just don't know when, because you can see like the red, I think, in my eyes. Not from drugs, not from pink eye. Haven't been like scat playing and rubbing my eye. It's from sleep deprivation, I suppose. Not sleeping, because I rarely get sleep anyway. And yeah. I know this isn't the greatest happy birthday video I've ever made. It's probably the longest though. But happy birthday. And I don't know what you did to be unlucky enough to get stuck with me, but I am very lucky and grateful that I am stuck with you. Happy birthday, Auntie Dottie, and I hope by some miracle we get some comments this time, even though we don't get comments really ever, unless it's involving those really stupid money-making apps that I came across. And even then, it's a lot of people going, oh, how did you do this? When I'm like, I didn't even do that. And a lot of people probably just trying to be like, oh yeah, you're phony. When in reality, I'm a poor ass, bitch ass, low grade YouTuber who had stumbled upon this one app and got very skeptical, but also was like, tried it out, and I actually got something off it. But yeah, hopefully this time we get some comments. I doubt it, because I wish my audience was more engaging, but maybe it'll come later on. At the moment, I'm just glad that they're here and they get some kind of entertainment out of it, because obviously they do if they're hitting subscribe or they're hitting like or they're hitting, view the video, which I am grateful for. I'm glad, especially if they're having maybe kind of like a down moment and maybe it brings them out of it. So I am glad about that, but, I won't hold my breath. And again, like I said, I don't really care how good this video is. I want it to be there, and I want to dedicate it to the person that it's meant to be dedicated to, and, have that little special thing. And I hope that I, kind of continue doing these videos, because I know they're not thrilling, but again, I kind of like having it immortalized on the channel, because, maybe it won't matter to some, but maybe it is like a little bit of a selfish thing for me, because I can look back on it and be like, yeah, the memories are there, and these people that mean a lot to me are now immortalized there, and I can look back on it, remember them fondly. Not that a lot of them are bound to go before I do. Like, I know how that sounded anyway, but yeah, I think I'm gonna hit the bed. It's only getting later. Again, I got a lot of red in my eyes because lack of sleep comes with the territory, I'm afraid. Happy birthday to my wonderful editor, my even more wonderful friend. And again, I don't know what you did to be unlucky to be stuck with me, but I'm lucky to be stuck with you.